Looking to buy a second-hand Kirby in 2024? Then this is the video for you. Don't forget, if you're using the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those Kirby products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. Hi Kirby fans, welcome back to the channel. So today we're looking at buying a second-hand Kirby in 2024. Is it worth it? At the moment, the Kirby Avalir 2 is out and it's been out for a couple of years, but a lot of people and a lot of previous owners are trading in their old Kirbys or buying an Avalir 2 and then reselling their old Kirbys. What Kirby have we got and what condition is it in? So let's check it out. Right, so today we're not unboxing an Avalir, we are unboxing another Kirby. I won't say what it is at the moment, I'll let you see that when we open it up. Is it worth buying a second-hand Kirby? A lot of people trade in their Kirbys, or I don't think it's worth trading your Kirby for what you get for it, or there's a lot of people that buy a new Avalir 2 and then they sell their old Kirby on. The advantage of this is 9 times out of 10, people that buy an Avalir 2 and have already got a Kirby, they'll normally buy it when they're getting the Kirby service. So you can guarantee 9 times out of 10, they've had it serviced, Kirby brought the new one in, showed them the Kirby, and they've gone, oh yeah, we'll buy that. But they've just paid to have their older Kirby serviced, so it's going to be in pretty pristine condition, you'd hope. So let's get this unboxed, see what it is, see if we've got a good deal in 2024. What you can see as we open the box straight away, we have got a Kirby Ultimate G. So this looks like it's the Diamond Edition by the look of the bag. Get this unpacked, get it set up, and see what condition it's actually in. Right, so they come pre-packaged with all the Avalir 2 packaging, which is pretty cool. We've got the protective cover over that normally comes on the Avalir, but you normally get one of these originally with a Kirby when you buy it from new. So we can see it's been fully polished looking at it. Well, check out the brush roll as well. So what I do is check out the brush rolls, just lift that up. Hopefully that belt's not wound on, which it's not. And that brush roll looks pretty clean. There's a few hairs, a little hair around there, but nothing too much. Looks like it had a bit of damage here, but at the moment it's looking pretty sweet. So looking at the fan, it doesn't look like it's been replaced, so Kirby probably checked it out. It has got a bit of dirt on there, so whether they continued using this until they sold it, they may have, but it has been fully polished up by Kirby by the looks of it. And so far it looks pretty sweet. Now there's a couple of things you want to check. Obviously Kirby would have checked this when they serviced it, but just check there's no splits here in that lead. 9 times out of 10 on older Kirbys, these do split and they will short. So there is a risk of electrocution with that if it has done that. But normally you'll see like a black spot, a black mark where it's blown, or you'll see a little split. So the places these normally split is normally behind this here. So normally the base there or at the top there. At the moment it looks fine, we'll test that in a second. The next thing we're gonna check is the tech drive. So what we don't want is a grinding noise with the tech drive. So put that in drive and then put it in neutral. And that seems to be running fine. Next thing I like to check is just for any corrosion under here. So we've got a tiny bit of corrosion here. There's none across. So what this means, if there is any corrosion under here or here, 9 times out of 10 it's from the shampoo system, and it's just purely people haven't dried it off after using it with the shampoo system. So being the Diamond Edition, this has got the dual power switch. So you've got a low speed and a high speed. It's got a mark there. So you've got half speed on this way and then full speed on that way. So if you're vacuuming mats, which we'll check out later, then you can flick it to low speed. If you need that lower power setting for curtains or air conditioning units when vacuuming the filters, it does work great for those. Right, so if you want to check what year the Kirby is, you've got your factory. I can't remember what the second one is, but the third double number there is the year. So this is a 2004. So being an 04, this makes this a 20-year-old Kirby. Now, if it's been serviced by Kirby every year, which 9 times out of 10 people do, this is going to be running pretty sweet and it's a great pickup for the money. Okay, the bumper's not in bad condition. There's a little scuff there where it's obviously caught some skirting board or some furniture and took a bit of a chunk out. All the stripping's still on there. And again, we've got a few scuff marks here. But other than that, it could do with a little bit more of a polish, but it looks pretty sweet. So looking at the brush roll, It may have been adjusted up by Kirby, I'd assume it would be during that service. So let's just put a book across there and check that brush roll's hitting, which it is. So it's coming past about 1.5, 2 mil, which is great. So that's the correct height. Let's see what number it's been adjusted to. Adjusted to number 2, so there's still a couple of years left in this brush roll because you've still got number 3 to go to. When you originally get your Kirby, it starts off on number 1. We've got a brand new belt, which was fitted by Kirby during that service. Rub plate. It's got a little bit of grime in there. We'll give that a bit of a clean after, but we'll get this all assembled and check out how she runs. Right, so we've got it fully assembled. With this, it didn't come with any bags. I have got a 6-pack that I bought recently, so I did put one of those in. We haven't tested if it runs yet, so we will check that in a second. But with your Kirby, make sure you get all the tools when you buy it. You can just buy them as an upright. That's fine if you just want to use an upright. Ideally, you want to get it with all the tools that it came with. This didn't come with a shampoo system, purely because they kept that. I don't know why. They got an Avalir 2. You'd have the new Avalir 2 system, but they did keep their shampoo system for this. Whether they were going to sell it on at an extra cost, maybe they were. But we've got all the tools, so zoom in, I'll show you what tools we've got and what you should have when you're buying a second-hand Kirby. Then we'll have a quick glance around this, see what condition it's in, and then check that she runs and all the check drives fine on it. Check out the low power switch and the advantages. Now, it came in the instruction book. Considering this is a 20-year-old Kirby, to still have the instruction book with that is pretty sweet. You've got the owner care program, so this is only valid for original owners, where you can have the Kirby rebuilt for the lifetime of that Kirby that you've owned it. You can pay a premium to Kirby to get these refurbished. Now, parts are getting short. I will put links down to parts in the description below of where you can get all your Kirby parts from at a reasonable price. What you should get with your Kirby is the portable shampoo system. So you should have that. You should have your portable handle. You should have your intake air. So this is for when you're using it as a compressor or for the portable shampoo system. You should also have a hose. Looking at the caddy tools, you should have your wall and ceiling brush, your upholstery tool. You should have your floor and tile brush, your inflator and de-inflator, this is good for taking out light bulbs as well, but this is the cat or pet groomer. So this is a pet groomer. I wouldn't recommend using it on your cat. You'd probably run a mile, but my dog does love that. You've got your duster brush, you've got your crevice tool, and then you should have 2 poles, and you should have the angled pole as well. So looking around the machine, we've got the light on the front. That should work. Double check that your belt wind's on, so your belt shouldn't snap. So I'll wind this belt on because we're going to run it in a second. So you just want to turn that around so it picks up the belt, like so. Slot that on there, flip it over, and then turn it green to green, ready to clean. With the bag, make sure this is fully connected. So you should start off with a line here. So when you connect your bag, you'll drop it on with that line there, and then you'll flip that round and lock it in to activate that safety switch. If there's a lot of grime in here, because it's been serviced by Kirby, there's no grime, but normally if you buy a second-hand Kirby, there'll be grime in there and it'll be ready for a service. Now, as we look at the bag, we have got a bit of damage here. It's just scuffs. I have checked it inside my fingers to make sure there's no holes. So double check there's no actual holes going through to the bag. What this is where people are using the Kirby and they run it up against the wall. There's no real point to be rubbing that up against your wall. It just causes damage to your bag. Now, looking at the bag, we haven't got the straight opening like Kirby do on the previous models, and they did revert back to that purely because when you open this, there was a chance of it catching sometimes. People would catch these, and Kirby were going through quite a few bags replacing them because people were zipping up too quick, catching the bag, and that's, I think, why they reverted back to the straight style zip as opposed to this one. I'm a fan of the straight style zip. I'm not a big fan of this half moon shape. It did cause me grief when I had an Ultimate G. Now, with your lead as well, the next place that it can get damaged if you lock that lead off is here. So double check when you start it up, just wiggle that a bit to just make sure it's not cutting out, the same as down the bottom where I said earlier. Those are the only two places that normally the lead gets damaged, or people have gone over the lead with the brush and actually took a chunk out of it. Just double check the whole lead for that before plugging it in. I have checked this lead, it's all fine. I won't know until I turn it on whether it works, but there's no chunks missing out of it, no kinks. So let's check it out, see if it starts up, and then give it a bit of a run. Right, so the belt's wound on. We're going to give this a bit of a run, see how good she works, check that low power switch works as well. It should reduce the noise of the Kirby and lower that speed purely for mats, curtains, things like that. So let's turn her on and see if she runs. Right, so she's working. The only thing is the light's not working. That is literally a 12-volt bulb that you have to change. Pretty simple to do. It's just a case of lifting this up, unscrewing this, popping this out, and change the bulb and then pop it back in. I have got a video to how to do that, and I will put a link to that. We've not long packed the Christmas tree away, so you can see there's a bit of fake snow over the floor. Obviously we're not going to suck the baubles up, but it should work pretty well on this carpet. And then as you can see by the Kirby, we've still got a little bit of fake snow that has been trod through the cinema room. So let's get this started up and see how good she works. Now Ultimate G's running pretty sweet. You can see it's cleaned the carpet, it had no issues with that. There's no smell coming from it, obviously because it's been recently serviced. There's no issues with the tech drive grinding or anything, it just sounds sweet as a nut, and it's picked up all that debris and all that fake snow a treat. The only thing to check out now is the low power switch. I will be using that on a shagpole carpet, so I'll switch it to low power. I'll do that first so you can hear the change in the tone, and it will drop that power, so it's not going to suck all that shagpole up straight away into that motor, purely because it's a deeper carpet and we're not going to want to whack this fully down on that shagpole carpet because there's a chance of burning the belts out. So let's check it out and see how good it is at cleaning a shagpole carpet. So with your Kirby, make sure it's in drive when you're using it on the shagpole. So you're going to turn it on, flick it into drive, and then what we'll do is lower the speed so you'll hear the speed switch go. So the full point there is a full speed, and that is your half speed. So that's for your small mats and your shagpole carpet. Don't forget everything in the video today. There are links in the description below for the best place to get those Kirby products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. So let's jump in to my final thoughts. So we picked up a Kirby Ultimate G Diamond Edition 2004. No matter what Kirby you buy, whether you buy Avalir 2 or you do look for a second-hand older Kirby, you can get some great deals out there, especially if that previous owner has owned the Kirby for years and upgraded to an Avalir. You'll get a great deal on an older Kirby. Kirby's going to be fully serviced by Kirby, so you're not going to have any issues with it. You're going to have at least 12 months out of it. Just double check all the points I made in the video to make sure there's no issues with the tech drive, the lead, just as the points that I showed you, and you shouldn't have any problems. Now, for those looking to service your Kirby yourself, check out this video next. And for those of you looking to shampoo with your Kirby system, whether that's an Avalir 2 or an older Kirby, check out this video next. So thanks for watching, happy cleaning, and I'll catch you in the next one.